This is Pop Crush Nights. Donnie here with the amazingly talented Selena Gomez. And I know that you know that moment too. You know when you meet somebody you admire and then you
Yeah.
finally see them in person and your heart just goes,
Yes, I had that feeling with Florence too.
yeah, that just happened with me. And I was like, I was doing fine. And then I saw your face and I was like, oh my
Hey,
goodness.
that's sweet.
um, yeah, so new music, single soon, and it's a certified bop.
Yay.
And what's so funny is like there are so many songs out there about heartbreak and so many songs about like looking for love. There are not enough songs out there about celebrating being single
Right.
and realizing that you need to get out of a relationship.
Yeah, I think it can be interpreted in so many different ways, and I love that. I think for me, I did this song 6 years ago, and
Mhm.
we brought it back and we reproduced it, and it just sounds amazing, and I'm so proud of it. So it's but it is that era in my life. I didn't release it back then because I wasn't in that place, and
Yeah.
I genuinely I feel so happy, and I haven't been in a relationship in 5 years, and I'm like happy as can be, and feel like I finally am in a place where like whatever comes my way, it'll just add to my life. It won't take anything away. And I'm just so happy. So I wanted to make a really fun song for all those people who enjoy, themselves more.
Yeah, well, as someone who's a fan of your music, I did notice I'm like, you seem very particular about what songs you release and what songs you want to put out there. So I'm glad that you revisited this one and felt like
Yeah,
now was the right time.
definitely. And it is such a fun end of the summer kind of just hope people dance and
Yeah. So since it's released though, I do find myself just like I'll randomly be sitting there and I'll be like, I'm picking out this dress, trying on these shoes. And it's so weird about specific lyrics in a song that resonate with people. And I don't know why those two sentences resonate with me the most.
I love it.
Yeah. And I think what it is like, there's things that are fun. You know, we go out, we drink, we have fun, we do whatever. But the feeling of looking good, like that is a feeling that is like uncomparable to other things.
Yeah, and then however that looks, I think it's how you feel. And I just want people to feel good about who they are, and no matter if they're in a relationship or not.
Yeah. So our nostalgia dreams come true. We're very close to the same age. You and Miley released music the same day.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that ahead of time?
Yeah, well, it was like I think it was probably a few months ago,
Yeah.
maybe two. And so then it was just like it was awesome. We're both so supportive of each other. I love her so much. So I feel like it wasn't like, oh, we must change it. It was like, oh, we should embrace it and make it like a moment.
Yeah, I love that. We're gonna switch to Rare Beauty for a little. So the mission is really just like to break down like what beauty standards are in the world.
Correct. I
And
think the whole idea behind Rare Beauty became about embracing who you are as opposed to covering up what makes you you. And I wanted to create products that were good, that it wasn't just about my name, that it was a standalone great product. And then on top of it, we have the Rare Impact Fund, which is a goal of raising $100 million to raise awareness, but also give back to, as many organizations and as many locations as possible. So it's such a dream to be able to do that, and also, knowing that you're doing a good thing.
yeah, and beauty though is so it's so subjective. Like I think that, you know, when I go out to a bar, there are guys out there who think I'm very handsome, and then there are guys out there who like would rather talk to anybody else in the bar than me. And so I love that message of like just be you. And what could you say out there to young people who don't feel pretty? Like it's a difference of being and feeling it.
Oh, I don't like that. Because pretty, like you said, there's so many versions of that
Yeah.
word. And I don't think that anybody is meant to feel not pretty.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't mean because you look like someone or you want to look more like this and that, that stuff takes away your joy. It doesn't, you don't get to celebrate all the things that make you who you are, and then you end up just bottling up who you really are, and that just doesn't feel good. I think I'd rather be myself any day, and I'd rather be alone and happy than miserable in a relationship.
Yeah. Also at this year's LA Pride Parade, I was sitting there and a rare beauty float came down, and
That's
I was like,
right.
my friend was like, it's Selena Gomez's brand. And in a weird way, it felt good. And like, why was it that important to you? Because not a lot of other celebrity brands or anything had a float out there.
You're so sweet. Well,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm so pissed I wasn't on it, to be
Yeah.
honest. But I think well, I don't know why we wouldn't. That's how I think, you know? Like I mean, my whole brand is for everyone. It's for anyone. And I think that that's what we've always represented from the moment we've, kind of came forward as a brand. So it wasn't even like, oh, we should strategically. It was like, oh my God, we should totally do that. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. And it was, trust me, the dancers were on there. They were having a blast. I was very happy to see it.
Good. Good.
Going back and actually tying in Single Soon and Selena and Chef. Um, I love cooking, but I find it's very hard to cook for a solo. Like for one person, it's so like last night I made ribs, but it's like a whole slab of ribs, and it's like I can't eat that all by myself. Like I feel like we need a whole season of just like these are for the solo people. These are
Actually,
solo
I
dishes.
kind of love that idea. I might
Yeah,
take that to the team.
yeah. No, but it's like perfect because a lot of people are single, and it's hard to cook for one person, so they don't want to
Yeah.
do it.
No, you're actually so right.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to think of the last time I tried to cook myself anything because I cook huge meals on the show, so everything is always massive. But
yeah.
yeah, honestly, you've given me something to think about.
Yeah, well, I'm glad about that. So also a topic that is not sexy to many people is mental health,
Yeah.
but to me, it's a very important topic, and I struggle with it, and people in my family struggle with it, and obviously you have Wonder Mind out there, which is meant to help people with that. Do you ever find though that talking about it, because you openly talk about it, actually helps you work through it?
Oh, completely. I mean, I've even said that my platform has like saved my life in a lot of ways because it's kept me accountable and it in a way forced me to address the things that were difficult for me to acknowledge or to even know that I had something going on and not being properly diagnosed or even not being on the right medication. All these things are really, really important. And I just think that a lot of people are experiencing things that maybe confuse them. And if there's just any sort of clarity and once I found out my diagnosis, I felt relieved. It didn't scare me. It just actually made me think, oh, thank God that there is this like thing that
Yeah.
goes on, and I have to learn to live with that, and it's good and it's bad and sometimes, but I am so grateful for doctors, therapists, people, friends. I'm very lucky, and I just hope I can, by sharing my story, help anyone.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, which is social media, and I think a lot of us have a tough time with that. Us as we're entertainers, and we need social media in a way to like get it out there, but it also like it scares me, and I overthink every post, and it actually ends up like working against me, and so I feel terrible before I even post something.
That's so terrible. I hate that.
Yeah. Do you ever like how do you work through it? Like do you just post and then like throw it away and it's like it didn't happen or are
No, I think that sometimes it's like I don't really think about it, and
Mhm.
then that's the tricky part because sometimes I'll like be very forgetful and I'll post things and I'll be like, oh, I probably shouldn't have posted that. But I don't think I overthink it as much as I used to, only because I don't want it to have power over me. So, I just try. I'm not on it every single day, but like, yeah, I'm on it every single
Yeah.
day. But I don't really, I don't know. I guess I've just learned how to not, no, I guess I don't. I don't know. It's tricky. It's
It
really hard.
is.
It's really hard. I'm not gonna lie. And it's hard not to read the things that hurt your feelings. And it's a tricky thing. And I think taking breaks from it is crucial and important. I mean, I wasn't on it for 4 years, and that was the best thing I could have ever done.
Yeah. I think every day I'm like we're lucky that we didn't have Instagram during high school because like kids nowadays, they're like sliding into the DMs and stuff saying mean things. And it's just like,
Horrible.
I try to tell kids out there, I'm like, you're going to be okay. Like social
Yeah,
media doesn't matter in the long run.
I know. It
Yeah.
breaks my heart.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here with us,
Yeah.
and you are sweetie, and keep, beyond the music, just you're a good person who tries to like lift people up, and that is rare. Not pun there, but it's actually rare. So I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah. Have a great day, babe.
you too. Bye.
Bye bye.